नमो अरिहंताणं
नमो अरिहंताणं
नमो सिद्धाणं
नमो सिद्धाणं
नमो आयरियाणं
नमो आयरियाणं
नमो वज्रायाणं
नमो वज्रायाणं
नमो लोये सवसाहणं
नमो लोये सवसाहणं
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
ऐसो पंचमुक्तारो
सवपावप्रणो
सर्वपावप्रणाशनो
मंगलानं च सौवेसिं
मंगलानं च सर्वेसिं
परमं हवै मंगलम्
परमं हवै मंगलम्
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
जय सच्चिदानंद
जय सच्चिदानंद
जय सच्चिदानंद Who is your body? Who is the king of your body?
Buddhi.
Mind is the king, speech is the king, body is the king.
Mind.
એટલે આગળ આવવાનું છોકરાઓને ધક્કો મારો જો પેલા Dada, he has said that if you get the worst kind of thought, he said we don't care about it. Normally that is where we feel that no, you shouldn't get any bad thoughts. But he said he never worried about the worst of the thought. But he always was concerned about his chit. Chit means the power within us, it can see. It has power to see and to know. One is relative, which is wandering, and the real is fixed. The other says that for him, at any given moment of time, his chit always remains with him. In the sense, it never leaves his body. Just imagine now, what is the kind of focus he has. Of course, that is the final result of all his achievement. And as a test, he said that you go in any mall and move around everywhere in the mall. And when you come out, do you come out with some memory of certain things or no? And that time he had said, let's see, I went around the whole mall. When I came out, I didn't carry anything with me. So he said, then I realized that I have really become free. So, wherever we go, we carry the chit, our chit gets stuck. So it's like we have left the place, but our chit is there. As if you are leaving your baggage. You come here and your baggage is there. And since your baggage is there, you'll have to go back again over there. See? So, maybe about 5 minutes we will try to observe where all our chit goes. Actually, the tendency of our chit is wherever previously we have believed or focused our interest, our chit will go there. And after we got the Gnan, a part of it, major part of it got purified. That is the reason that we are able to remember that I am pure soul. The purified portion of our chit is the Shuddha chit or pure consciousness, which is there, which was there, but our focus was not there. Because of that bad part of that chit, we were not able to focus on that. That's how our belief changed. And we started saying, I am pure soul. Otherwise, it is not possible. For any outsider, they may talk. It will remain only in words, merely as words. We are not at the level of the words. We have that experience. And due to that experience, our belief has changed. And that belief, there is no doubt about that. And that everyone experiences that. So first, we will conduct a small experiment, 5 minutes, and see where all our chit goes. Okay? हे दादा भगवान,
हे राधा भगवान,
हे श्री सिमंदर स्वामी प्रभु,
हे श्री सिमंदर स्वामी प्रभु,
हे प्रगट ज्ञानी पुरुष,
हे प्रगट ज्ञानी पुरुष,
परम पूज्य श्री कनुदादा जी,
परम पूज्य श्री कनुदादा जी,
हमने शुद्ध उपयोग पूर्वक અમારું ચિત્ત જ્યાં પણ જાય એને જોવાની શક્તિ આપો, શક્તિ આપો. Wherever my reflective consciousness wanders, Dada, please help me see that. Jai Satchidanand. Jai Sachidanand. Were you able to observe? In moment from here, Dallas, it can go to Chicago, it can go to India, New Zealand, Australia. It goes to your childhood. And all these wandering aspect of our consciousness is the relative part. The real part never leaves the body. This is a very important aspect of that. So, Dada has said that his chit remains always focused on his body. What does that mean? All those accounts. It is we are done. We're done. Never mind. You know what happens certain times? when we see like that, then we get lost in some very deep inside in certain aspect of our life aspect. So that's how go to sleep. So
Dr. Anandji, when you're observing,
hmm?
in this prayog, when you're observing a chit, are you observing it on a continuous basis, or you're observing every few instances?
We cannot see that, but that's true in instances only. But then a time comes when you can very easily see it. You really track it properly. Now what happens, it's like how the kid is there, you can only see certain movements. Like that it happens. But here you can follow him very closely. But then it's not that easy to follow. But eventually we are able to follow. Never mind. It's happened. So it's like when you are doing something, any focused work, then you have to sit like that, you have to be like that also. You take nice support and then you say, I am conducting an experiment, then the experiment you are sleeping and not that's the thing. It doesn't matter, because I have noticed that when I am, let's say in satsang, I will never sit like this with the back support as far as possible. I will always sit like this. But since I'm talking, I can't. One more thing. Whenever we see something which is temporary, then it is we are under the influence of the relative chit only. But when you are watching with pure consciousness, then you will see only pure consciousness. This is a very subtle understanding and result, and it's an immediate test. If you are seeing someone's relative, pure consciousness cannot see the relative. Pure consciousness will see pure consciousness only. So we can understand under whose influence we are now. And it's a very immediate and quick test for ourselves.
So you mean that if our chit is wandering somewhere and you see that it is wandering, means
Seeing that wandering is different. Seeing that is totally different. But if you are seeing someone and you are experiencing something inside, that is where it is. You understand? Pure consciousness identifies pure consciousness only. There is no particularity in pure consciousness observation, perceiving. And in fact, we have to work on purifying our reflective consciousness only. And in fact, the 5 Agna process is purification of our reflective consciousness only. So it's like because we have wandered so much and spread our interest at so many things, so many people. That's how certain time to settle our account, we have to go to that place. And that place could be Australia, New Zealand, Africa. And if that person goes somewhere, then even you have to go over there. That is why Dada has said that take care of your chin. So when we say that marriage as far as possible, if it takes place within our belief circle, it is better. Because person with that other belief You can wander anywhere. So because of your connection with this development, with this belief also, you get dragged. Wherever they go, you have to go there. So that is the importance. Why you should marry? Because marriage is not just a physical connection, not just a relation, but your chit. It has connection with our chit. It is why it is very important. In fact, we take things very lightly nowadays. In the olden times, they used to make a big calculation, and then only a relation is made. But here everything is fine. It's okay. The timing is also such. What there was, it was like there was very rare chance of failure. Very rare chance of failure, because so much of calculation is done before entering into any relation, and otherwise they will never enter into any relation. So the whole process is, even when you are in pain, we can say when the body is in pain, if as we purify our chit, we can stay away from that suffering totally by watching the pain, by observing the pain. Many of them, they can experience that also. It's like if someone is having kidney stone, colic pain, renal colic, what they say, maybe first or second time you are totally lost. But then that inner strength also opens and you are able to watch that pain very easily, very easily. And then you don't feel the pain, but you know that you are under pain. And the best part, see, we talked about Nididhyasan. So it's like we are seeing our reflective consciousness is seeing Dadaji. So wherever he is, we get connected over there. And whenever reflective consciousness, chit, it gets locked to Dadaji, oh, then your level of your inner state remains elevated almost all the time. So then what happens, any ups or downs in your life, you don't get affected by it. They do come because it is part of karma. Nobody can avoid that. Nobody can escape that. But with this state, it is easy. That is what Dada has said, that after meeting me, if you have interest in any other person or thing, then that is a question mark. Someone can say, what happened, or how, we are married people. That's fine. So for your relative connection, your focus should be on your wife, or wife should have focus on her husband. And real connection, Dadaji. There cannot be any third person in your life. If that is there, then it's fine.
What about your kids?
Kids is an extra connection you have as a mother, and it is good for your child. It is good for for you as a mother.
It's good.
It is necessary. It is necessary for the growth of the child, and it is necessary. So it is part of your relative responsibility, and you have to take care. Worldly responsibility, and that is how the kid grows and he flourishes. And it is very important, very important. So that's how. So it is such a wonderful thing. In a very brief time, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever you get, you just close your eyes and you start seeing things. And important thing is where all did we go wrong. That's it. The measure of whether I was right or wrong, if we end up hurting someone, that is where we need correction. So you close your eyes and you start seeing things immediately. So those little time, maybe a few minutes, they help us a lot to come out of any situation. And if you are undertaking some important task, then always remember Dadaji. He says, sometimes by mistake you remember me. You don't remember me consciously, but sometimes by mistake at least you remember me. It's very effective, very effective. You can understand the state of Arjuna, how he was and what all he achieved. It was because of his focus on Lord Krishna. If we see example of Hanumanji, his focus on Lord Ramabhadra. Same with Gautam Swami, his focus on Lord Mahavira. So we have Lord Krishna, Lord Mahavira, Lord Rama. So keep yourself well focused and you will never have any problem in life. Even physical, mental, psychological. And that is the way to remove our stickiness and connection with the rest of the world, from the rest of the world. Very easiest way.
You're saying that time wale ત્યારે 5 મિનિટ કાઢી જોવા. But how are you saying correct? એટલે આપણે real relative ના જોવું હોય ત્યારે ને real ના જોવું હોય ત્યારે correct.
જોવા બેસો ને એટલે દેખાઈ જ જાય. This light, irrespective of good or bad, it shows everything. It is left to you what you want to see. Same way that inner light is also like that. It's like whatever we have seen, it gets recorded. So if you haven't seen at that time, it can show you afterwards also. Because it records everything. And in fact, as our consciousness and reflective consciousness improves, gets purified, the measure of that purification is the wandering stops. Wandering becomes less. And ultimately it gets focused in our body only. So you know every aspect of your body, what is happening inside. But wherever it goes out of this body is the file aspect which needs settlement. Right? So that is it.
As far as friends go, our friends, or since we have kids now, the kids not friends. Now we do interact with each other's families and all. So at that situation, how does your chit affect?
All those are nothing but your files. Files means your account. An account means you have to pay attention, they take your time. You have to attend to them. That is why they all say they are your debt. But you don't tell them as debt. Where is Kushbu?
She is with God. He's there. He's
Same,
listening
man.
to them.
So if she says we want to do this, you can't ignore that. So from the day you have married, even you got married, you have insight, or if you have that willingness, then you can say, my happiness relies on your happiness. You may say that she can take advantage of that. Let her take. It cannot be out of your account. It cannot be out of your account. But that is your biggest test. In fact, it becomes a test for every person whenever he or she deals with other person. But since this relation is such a relation, here you can openly say that. So, like, if you really want to get out and win the love and confidence of the other person, you have to accept that as a challenge. Maybe it is difficult, but ultimately you have to come to that level that my happiness depends on your happiness. So your happiness is my happiness. તમારા સુખમાં મારું સુખ છે. પછી એમને જે કરવું હોય તે જાણે અને તમારે કાયમ હસતા રહેવા. You always keep smiling, remain happy and cheerful. That is your test. But while living your life in taking care like this, you will have to remain in inner penance all the time. All the time. And nobody should be able to see that. If you see that, if anyone sees that, that means there is leakage. It should not happen. No sullenness of whatsoever. No, it cannot.
But you said, so in our experiment we just performed, we were observing our chit. So who's observing the chit? Is that who's showing the light on the chit, our own chit?
See, the reflective consciousness is the wandering part.
Right.
And pure consciousness doesn't wander. It doesn't leave the body. But it can know and observe the wandering reflective consciousness.
When you say pure consciousness,
Pure consciousness never wanders.
Are you referring to like pratisthit atma, or are you what are you referring to by pure consciousness?
Pure consciousness means pure soul. Since the pure soul never leaves the body, pure consciousness always remains in the body. But it has power to observe and see and know where all the wandering consciousness goes.
And how do you know that that's pure consciousness really observing that? How do you know that's not just you looking at your own thoughts? Like how does, I
It's
don't
not
know.
possible. If you see something moving, you have to be stable. A moving thing cannot see a moving thing.
A moving thing can't say a moving thing? What do you mean?
A moving thing cannot see a moving thing.
Why
If
not?
you see something moving,
I
if
could
you
be in a
see-
car and I could be moving. And I
Wondering.
could see another car
He meant
moving.
wondering.
there is physical aspect. But here, when you see something moving, you have to be fixed. Only then you can see something moving.
I understand.
If you have lots of watches in the same and they are stationary, how many watches can you look at and tell time?
Or just one watch.
So if a stationary thing, even if you are moving around it, you focus. It's a concept of focusing. You can only focus. The sight has no ability to focus on more than one. Then only it is called sight. Which is why a moving thing, even if a bird is moving, there are 100 fish in the ocean, it can only see one that is going after. And fish are moving.